In ancient Greece, where gods walked among mortals, lived King Electryon of Mycenae. He was a wise and just ruler, known far and wide for his fairness and strength. His kingdom was a beacon of prosperity and peace, a testament to his leadership. He ruled over a city of powerful walls and valiant warriors. The city of Mycenae was a fortress, its walls standing tall and impenetrable, a symbol of the strength and unity of its people. The warriors of Mycenae were renowned for their bravery and skill in battle, always ready to defend their home.
One day I, a proud warrior named Amphitryon, sought Alcmene's hand in marriage. Alcmene, the daughter of King Electryon, was known for her beauty and wisdom. I had admired her from afar, and my heart was set on winning her love. I'm a man of great strength and courage, having proven myself in many battles. My reputation as a warrior was well known, and I believed that I was a worthy suitor for the princess. A worthy suitor for the princess, indeed. I approached King Electryon with confidence, knowing that my valor and dedication would speak for themselves.
King Electryon, impressed by Amphitryon's valor, agreed to the marriage. He saw in Amphitryon a man who could protect and cherish his daughter, a man who could stand by her side through any adversity. But fate had other plans. The gods, it seemed, had woven a different tapestry for their lives, one filled with trials and tribulations. A band of ruthless pirates, the Teleboans, attacked the kingdom. These pirates were known for their cruelty and greed, and they sought to usurp the throne and claim Alcmene for themselves. Seeking to usurp the throne and claim Alcmene, they launched a fierce assault on Mycenae. The city was thrown into chaos, as the warriors of Mycenae fought valiantly to defend their home.
I vowed to protect my future wife and her kingdom. I could not stand by and watch as the kingdom I had come to love was torn apart by these marauders. I promised King Electryon that I would defeat the Teleboans and avenge the fallen. My heart burned with a fierce determination, fueled by my love for Alcmene and my desire to see justice done. With a heart full of love for Alcmene, I prepared for a perilous quest. I knew that the road ahead would be fraught with danger, but I was ready to face any challenge that came my way. For the love of Alcmene and the honor of Mycenae, I would fight to the very end.
The Teleboans, led by the invincible Tereleius, had long plagued the Aegean Sea. They stole King Electryon's prized white cattle, a symbol of his wealth and power. Enraged, King Electryon turned to Amphitryon to recover the stolen cattle and avenge the insult.
For honor and love, I accepted the perilous mission.
The task was fraught with danger, but for Amphitryon it was a matter of honor and love. Armed with courage and the gods' blessings, Amphitryon set out on his quest. He gathered loyal warriors ready to face any peril. After a perilous journey, they located the Teleboans.
Victory seemed within reach, yet fate had other plans. In a moment of blind rage, I hurled a club that missed its target and struck King Electryon, a fatal blow.
The victory turned to ashes in Amphitryon's mouth. He had defeated the enemy, but at a terrible cost. Racked with guilt, Amphitryon returned to Mycenae, burdened by tragedy. He had inadvertently killed the king he'd sworn to protect. The father of the woman he loved was dead by his hand. The death of King Electryon cast a long shadow over Mycenae. The once vibrant city was now shrouded in grief and uncertainty. The people who had always looked up to their king for guidance and protection found themselves lost and vulnerable. Alcmene, heartbroken, was now thrust into ruling a kingdom in mourning. She had never imagined that she would have to bear such a heavy burden. The weight of the crown felt like a constant reminder of her loss, and every decision she made was clouded by her grief.
Amphitryon, my heart is heavy with sorrow. The pain of losing King Electryon is unbearable, and the responsibility of leading Mycenae feels overwhelming. How can we find the strength to move forward?
News reached Creon, king of Thebes, who saw an opportunity to expand his influence. He was a shrewd and ambitious ruler, always looking for ways to strengthen his position. The turmoil in Mycenae presented him with a chance to assert his dominance. He arrived at Mycenae, not as a comforter, but as a judge. His presence was imposing, and his intentions were clear. He sought to take advantage of the chaos and establish his authority over the grieving kingdom. Using the accidental killing as leverage, Creon banished Amphitryon. The incident, though unintentional, was a convenient pretext for Creon to exert his power. Amphitryon, already burdened by guilt, now faced the added humiliation of exile. He declared that Amphitryon could only redeem himself by defeating the Taphians and avenging Alcmene's brothers. This decree was not just a test of Amphitryon's strength, but also a way for Creon to rid himself of a potential rival.
I accept the challenge, Creon. I will defeat the Taphians. Amphitryon's voice was steady, but his heart was heavy. He knew the task ahead was daunting, but he was determined to prove his worth and restore his honor.
Amphitryon, eager to atone and prove his worth, accepted the challenge. His resolve was fueled by a deep sense of duty and a desire to make amends for his past mistakes. He prepared himself for the arduous journey ahead, knowing that failure was not an option. His love for Alcmene and desire to honor King Electryon's memory fueled his determination. Every step he took, every decision he made, was driven by his commitment to those he loved. Amphitryon knew that his success would not only redeem him, but also bring peace to the kingdom and honor to his beloved Alcmene. Driven by redemption, Amphitryon set sail to confront the Taphians. His heart was heavy with the weight of his mission, but his resolve was unshakable. The sea breeze whispered tales of ancient battles, and the waves seemed to echo his determination. Amphitryon knew that this journey was not just for himself, but for the honor of his beloved Alcmene and the future they could share.
I must face them, for my honor, and to win Alcmene's hand. Every step I take, every battle I fight, brings me closer to her. The thought of her smile, her touch, fuels my spirit and gives me strength. I will not falter, I will not fail.
Among them was Comaetho, daughter of Tereleus, seeking vengeance. Her heart burned with a desire for retribution, a fire that had been kindled by years of betrayal and loss. She was a woman scorned, and her fury was a force to be reckoned with.
I will not rest until I have avenged the wrongs done to me. My father's enemies will pay dearly for their transgressions. They will know the true meaning of suffering.
Comaetho devised a plan, knowing her father's weakness, a single golden hair granting immortality. She knew that this secret, if wielded correctly, could turn the tide of fate. Her mind raced with possibilities, each more cunning than the last.
What hope do I have against an immortal? The odds seem insurmountable, but I cannot give up. There must be a way, some hidden path to victory.
She offered Amphitryon her allegiance and a way to defeat Tereleus. Her words were honeyed, her promises sweet, but beneath the surface lay a web of deceit. Amphitryon, blinded by his quest, could not see the danger that lurked within her offer.
You claim to have a way to defeat him? Tell me, what must I do? I am willing to risk everything, to sacrifice all that I am for the chance to succeed.
Blinded by his desire to fulfill Creon's task, Amphitryon accepted her offer. He did not see the shadows that danced in her eyes, nor the malice that twisted her smile. His heart was set on his goal, and he could not perceive the treachery that lay ahead. He failed to see the venomous hatred beneath her charming facade. Comaetho's plan was in motion, and Amphitryon was but a pawn in her game. The stage was set for a tale of love, deception, and the ultimate test of honor. As Amphitryon battled abroad, conflict brewed on Mount Olympus.
Zeus, how dare you betray me again? This time you will pay.
Hera, queen of the gods, learned of Zeus's infidelity.
Alcmene, you will regret ever catching Zeus's eye.
Zeus, captivated by Alcmene's beauty, approached her disguised as Amphitryon.
Alcmene, my love, tonight we are one.
Fooled by the god's deception, Alcmene welcomed him.
Amphitryon, you have returned.
Zeus extended the night, ensuring their time together lasted 3 days. From this union, 2 sons were conceived, Iphicles, son of Amphitryon, and Heracles, son of Zeus. These boys, born under extraordinary circumstances, were destined for greatness. The birth of Alcmene's sons was not met with joy. Hera, enraged by Zeus's betrayal, swore to eliminate Heracles.
This child will not live to see his destiny.
One night, 2 monstrous serpents slithered into their chamber.
Go, my serpents, and end this child.
The serpents approached the cradle, ready to strike. Heracles, imbued with divine strength, awoke.
What is happening, my baby?
Heracles grabbed the serpents, one in each hand, and squeezed with all his might. The serpents went limp, their threat extinguished before it could begin. As Heracles grew, so did his legendary strength and courage. Hera's wrath continued to cast a long shadow over his life. Driven to madness by the goddess's persecution, Heracles committed a terrible act.
You will never know peace, Heracles.
Overwhelmed with guilt, Heracles sought atonement. He was tasked with 12 seemingly impossible labors.
My son, prove your worth through these trials.
He slew the Nemean lion and captured the Erymanthian boar. He cleaned the Augean stables and captured Cerberus. Through it all, Heracles faced each challenge with unwavering courage and determination. Heracles' story does not end here. His 12 labors were but a prelude to further adventures.
My son, your journey is far from over.
He would face giants, monsters, and vengeful gods, shaping him into a legend.
Heracles, your name will be remembered for all time.